let me talk about that. I get emails all the time, people challenging our stuff, right? They'll say something, they'll just openly like try and slander. And I'm like, can you just give me some objective observations and truths about this? Can you explain it to me?
Yes.
Never get a response.
Yeah, it's interesting how having a kind heart and disagreeing with somebody, how that's not perceived. It used to be that way back in the old days.
Sure.
Like you could like have some brandy, smoke a cigar, and people would argue politics back and forth.
Sounds kind of nice right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But but now it's just like you are wrong. You are evil. I hate you.
That's what the emails are like. And I'm like, okay. So first of all, if I'm instigated, if this is like a catalyst for you,
right?
I'm like, it's too bad that you feel that way. Walk me through, point it out for me with example, and then objectively tell me, logically break it down how it is that I'm making you feel like this, or what I'm saying is untrue.
But don't you feel like somebody could disagree with you, especially when it comes to these beliefs and biases that we have?
That's what they're
political. I mean, yeah.
You just coming at me, if you come at us with a belief or those optics over your eyes, what are you going to do? You'll never come from a point of understanding.
No,
it's a point of attack.
Yeah,
you're so polarized,
and you're looking at it in just this frame window of however many years old you are, instead of looking at it like that green rock that is so beautiful that I saw on the freeway coming up here.
Which one?
On the right, it has that green. In Taos, they have a lot of it too. It starts with an L.
Limestone?
No, it's not limestone. It has some weird name, but somebody's yelling it out.
Lichen? The green stuff that grows on the rock. It's very, very old.
Yes.
You don't want to walk on it.
Yeah, that stuff has been around for a while.
A long, long time. Slow growing organism. Yeah.
So it laughs at our flags and borders.
Does it have any? Yeah. Does it have any bias? I don't think so. And I know it prefers sunlight.
Yeah. And so, 50 years from now, if we survive and we don't get nuked from Russia and Ukraine stuff.
Honestly, and I know you're saying that's not a joke.
No, it's not a joke.
And for the people that, may or may not be paying attention to global politics, and I have no interest in the news, it's really at a point where people are like, does it really even matter? It's so hedonistic. It's so power hungry. It's so polarized and hate driven that there's no reason that someone wouldn't launch a nuke.
Well, I just love this whole idea of us saying the United States, that where we're at, instead of seeking diplomacy and peace, we're like, you know what? We're going to give you a shitload of weapons.
Yeah.
Have fun, boys.
Yeah. You guys, you got a problem going on? Sure. We'll just give you some stuff.
Military industrial complex. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lockheed's rolling their hand. Douglas, McDonnell Douglas is going like this. Raytheon. Yeah.
And we've had shows on that.
Northrop Grumman. They're like, yeah, contracts.
Unfortunately, the military and war gives us technology.
It does.
It kind of gives us this catalyst.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? In suffering is when we tend to learn the most.
Yeah.
As humans.
That's when people start to become more truthful with themselves. They have to be put, which is ridiculous notion, honestly, for human beings, is that they have to be pushed to this point of pain before the learning occurs. It's ridiculous. You don't have to get to a point of suffering.
No.
This is not some Buddhist dogma here that you have to suffer to really experience life and then try and rid yourself of that suffering. You don't have to even be there in the first place.
No. Yeah, and I think we should always, always seek peace in everything we do, especially with this. Sitting down and saying, you know what? I think Zelensky or whatever, the president of Ukraine, is a human.
Just
Putin
a human being.
Is a human being. It's two humans having a conversation,
or trying to have
and both of them seeking peace.
Yeah.
That outcome alone would be, and what does that look like to you? And what does that look like to me? And how can we make a compromise where we save lives, save humans?
It's a border.
Yes.
What is a border? You can't even see them.
It's manufactured.
Totally manufactured ideas that we're killing each other over. That are driving us to the brink of nuclear war.
Yeah, and it's 20 fucking. You think we'd have gotten over this a long time ago?
Not a fucking chance.
And understand. That's why astronauts. I've told you that before, but astronauts when they see the Earth,
it's almost like
you can't see any of that. You can't see the flags. You can't see the borders.
So what do you see?
You just see this beautiful planet.
One thing
that we need to nurture and take care of and be a part of.
Yeah, because it's the thing that gives you life.
Yeah, Avatar, motherfuckers.
Yeah, put your braid into the tree. Figure it out.
Figure it out. They got the new one coming.
I can't wait for it.
I know. I saw the previews.
It's a two-part.
I got
it's a two-part, and he's supposed to release them both on the same day.
Oh,
It's like he wants you to be in the theater
for 6 hours.
Go out, have your like little lunch or something, and then come back in. That's the original thought on that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that. So let's get into this. We're going to get into gray aliens and artificial intelligence. We just did a whole show on artificial intelligence.
Oh, grays.
So now I want to get into some gray. Everybody likes the gray aliens.
I don't know why.
Are they afraid of them or whatever? They're the popular ones.
What's the attraction with the gray aliens, by the way?
I think it started with the 1950s, and then you had, but we've had petroglyphs with grays.
Sure,
that look of gray.
No, I'm not
that same like
I'm not doubting it. It's just like a
short.
I have a big head,
but you're not 4 feet tall.
Yeah, I know. Actually, nobody knows that. These listeners, they never see the other length of my torso.
I'm like 6'2", and you're way taller than me.
6'5". We're a bunch of tall people.
Yes, we are a bunch of tall people. So, the article starts off with this. We are living in a time of huge upheaval. The COVID-19 pandemic, the global socioeconomic disasters caused by the effects of lockdown, and the possible threats to species survival brought about by climate change. And these are only a few challenges that we faced.
Okay, so let's itemize this real quick.
Right. COVID-19 pandemic.
So we have COVID, right?
Yeah, everybody knows about that. We don't need to talk about that too much.
Yeah, that increased suicide rates.
Yes.
Increased loneliness.
Mental health issues.
Yeah, mental health decrease. Okay.
Global socioeconomic disasters.
Yep, socioeconomic disasters. Okay, so economies are collapsing.
Yes.
People don't have access to resources.
Yes.
People are starving.
Yes.
Okay, what's the next one?
And then they all come together. It's like this big triangle. Climate change.
Oh, climate change. Interesting. So the Earth is changing. That is not in a format that's going to be serendipitous for our living going forward. It's not going to be in a wonderful state of equilibrium. We're throwing it into disequilibrium. Oh, good. So we have society collapsing. Our internal mental health is completely evaporating. The amount of pandemics that we're having are going to increase because the population is so large, and the climate doesn't want us here.
That's crazy.
Oh, we're on the brink of nuclear war. What a time to be alive.
I mean, I'm laughing because it's almost
no, I know it's.
I'm laughing in like a sad laugh. Like, here it is, 2022.
Yeah,
and you think we'd be so enlightened at the point that the things that we handled in the 1940s and 1950s, even the 18th century, they've propped up again
because people want to carry them forward in the most unlearned, untruthful, unwise, unknowing, uncreational matter.
But they also have to understand you're being controlled.
Yeah.
And there's external Raw talks about this. There's external beings that are controlling the narrative.
Why?
And they work with the 1 of 1%. I don't think it's all the 1%.
No.
But they work with a percentage of the 1% because those are the ones that go to Davos and make the decisions for the rest of the world. And if they can influence those people, then they know that they
But they can't go against their free will.
No.
So they have to have people that are negatively polarized, that want to control.
Yes.
And then what they'll do is they'll exacerbate
the catalyst
or increase the catalyst, which this human being has already started.
Yeah. And so you have to understand that just understand when you're going super negative or you're feeling these negative vibes, you're actually destroying the idea. It's going to happen regardless of you or not. But in the collective consciousness idea of going to fourth density, you're actually going against that. You're going against this idea of enlightenment.
There's no green ray, feeling a sense of like a bond of brotherly love to all human beings.
Right.
You're not interested.
No.
You're interested in control. You're interested in more power.
It's control and power.
Right.
Yep.
What you're doing is you're actually showing your state of weakness. That's a weakness trying to control.
It's crazy.
Does the sun, can I ask you something basic here?
Sun's one of the most powerful things
But does it try to control you?
No.
Can you choose to go in the shade? Can you choose to live underground?
Yes.
Can you choose to avoid it? Sure. It's not trying to control you to be powerful.
No.
It just is what it is, and there's great power in that.